Hi friends, Zane here. Welcome to the third session of the Field Guide of Trouble on Pluto. This session is all about awesome art. You're going to make some colors this week, and then you're going to use those colors to create some amazing works of art. But before we get started, I thought we should do a little bit of magic, where you're the wizard. So what I need you to do is pick an assistant. Just like in the first session, your assistant should be the adult in the room or the oldest person in the room. Take a minute to pick out your assistant. Pause the video if you need to. Okay, now that you've got your assistant, I'm going to throw some colors up on the screen. There's 6 colors here. I want your assistant to point to any one of those 6 colors. All right, now that you've pointed to a color, I want your assistant to think of their favorite color. It doesn't have to be any of the colors on the screen. Think of any color. So let's say your assistant was on red and they thought of the color pink. Then I want them to spell out the word pink as they move around the circle. So they would go P-I-N-K, and with each letter they would move to the next color. So when they go P-I-N-K, they would end up on black if they started on red. Or if they picked, say, white and they were on emerald, then they would go W-H-I-T-E, and they would end up on mahogany. So go ahead, starting with the color you pointed to, spell out your favorite color. Okay, have you done it? Now, you've landed on some other color. Whatever color you're on now, spell out that color. If you're on red, spell red. If you're on black, spell black. All right, go for it. All right, now you're on some completely random color. Well, here's what I want everyone in the room to do. Whatever color you landed on, I want you to concentrate on that color. Think about that color. When I snap my fingers on the count of 3, I want you to all focus on that color. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh my word! Everything in this room just turned purple! Were you thinking of purple? You're amazing! You guys are wizards! How did you do that? Well, I better get this room back to normal. Hey friends, I'd like to tell you a little story. True story. But I'll let you in on a little secret first. My name is not actually Zane Black. No, it's actually Brad Morrow. I use Zane Black when I do magic and when I'm writing books. But as Brad Morrow, I had something very interesting happen to me, and it's related to awesome art. When I was young, I didn't think I had any artistic ability, really. But when I got older, I experienced something amazing. I went through something called the Ignatian Prayer Exercises. This is a series of exercises you go through as you pray daily on your own, and then once a week you get together with friends and compare notes. And you pray in a style that St. Ignatius taught centuries ago. Well, as I did this, amazing ideas for art started coming to my mind. God started giving me ideas in my mind about wild and amazing ideas for art. Well, my friends encouraged me to start creating this art. So I did. And I created a whole new art form called Ignatian Rogue Art. You can see my online art gallery at art-rogue.com. Now, this art is wildly modern art, but each piece comes with a guided meditation, a series of questions that people can go through so they can understand the art well and see how the art applies to their lives to help them grow in faith and help us live our best lives. It was an amazing experience, and God brought it about. It reminds me of a verse. Then the Lord said to Moses, "See, I have chosen Bezalel, and I have filled him with the Spirit of God, with wisdom, with understanding, with knowledge, and with all kinds of skills, to make artistic designs for work in gold, silver, and bronze, to cut and set stones, to work in wood, and to engage in all kinds of crafts. Moreover, I have appointed Aholiab to help him. Also, I have given ability to all the skilled workers to make everything I have commanded you."
Exodus 31, 1-6.
Just like God did for Bezalel, he did for me. And he'll do it for you. Doesn't mean that everybody's going to do artwork, but God's got a gift for everybody. That everybody can do something amazing. Either art or music or science or anything under the sun. But God gives the gifts for us to make the world better. Now, before we sign off for this session, there's one more super cool thing I want to share with you about the colors in Trouble on Pluto.
The three wizards of Pluto had names which had special meaning related to colors. The red wizard is named Rose, and rose is actually a shade of red in English. The blue wizard is named Azul, which means blue in Spanish. The yellow wizard is named Manjano, which means yellow in Swahili. What other cool wizard names can you come up with based on colors in other languages? Maybe a green wizard named Lusa, which means green in Mandarin. Or maybe Burtukalian, which means orange in Arabic. Or Sagol, which means purple in Hebrew. Or Bieli, which means white in Russian. Or Noir, which means black in French. There are countless colors in countless different languages. So many different ways to say the same thing. This is just another sign of how, as a human race, we are so similar in all of our many beautiful differences.
All right, my friends, have a blast creating colors and creating art this week. And I'll see you in the next session.